Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Love Our Life. Today, it is time for some more epic universe construction updates. So let's get into it. So come on and join me. I do apologize that the videos have not come as quickly and often as possible. Here lately, we've had a lot going on. We had a wedding that we had to go out of town for. We had a hurricane that hit us last week. It's all just been crazy. But now I'm finally getting the time to sit down and to do this video because these are my favorite videos to do. And we have quite a few things to cover today. Now, in the last update, BioReconstruct actually did like over 250 photos, so I don't really have the time to cover all that, but I will cover what I can do. Also, thank you always to BioReconstruct for posting these photos over on X, because without you, these videos would not be possible. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today, we're going to start with Dark Universe. So the first thing we're actually going to see here is a photo of the portal area. We have some tall light poles here are in progress in the background. You can see it's all coming together very smoothly and very cool. I cannot wait for this. This is going to be amazing. We've covered this. We actually just made a video on explaining everything coming to Dark Universe, so you guys should check that video out. But let's keep going here. This is the first thing we're going to cover here. The biggest thing I want to cover here is my little fountain I go on about all the time is finally getting some movement here. We're seeing some stuff here attached to the fountain. It looks like some little statue things that are going around it. I don't know how this is eventually going to come into play and how it's going to go, but it looks really cool and it looks good. So I cannot wait for that. And then here's another look here at Darkmoor, which is the town in Dark Universe. Just more areas here being actually covered and the pavement being put in, which looks really good. We're finally getting all of that stuff. All the pavement that comes with it looks really good. So I'm very, very excited about this. I'm glad we're finally starting to see it actually all come together, because it's really exciting when you think about it. And another look at the well here. This is amazing. I don't know exactly how this is going to turn out, what it's going to look like when it's done, but hey, you know, it is what it is, right? So anyway, this looks pretty good, how everything's coming together. And we're not going to spend a lot of time on this because there's so much more to talk about. And then here's another area here with the broken shutters on the top of the windows here, which is really cool. Some additional added theming, which looks great. And overall, I mean, I think this is looking pretty solid, I think, overall. I think they're doing a really good job here, and they're going to continue to just build this into being such an amazing part of the park. It's just going to be really good when they're done with it. And then we actually have the entrance area here. You can see how it breaks off here and goes around. Doesn't it look like just a beautiful fall morning right here in this photo? Like, it just, to me, it looks like it's like a peaceful fall morning. I don't know why, but it just gave me the vibe that I cannot wait to go into this area when it gets cooler too. Like when it does get cooler in Orlando for that little bit of time. I can't wait to do that. That's going to be awesome. Okay, now we have some scaffolding here for Frankenstein Manor. Now these photos were taken like a week or so ago. So just keep this in mind. This is where we were at a week or so ago. And let's move on, because we will get to the rest of that a little later in the video. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys. I actually thought about in the last video just skipping over some of this stuff. But I want to get into more of it and show you just a little bit what's going on. Because there's a couple of photos that Bio actually posted the other day that was like, man, I have to show you guys this. Like, I just have to. So anyway, let's get into this one here. You can see this here is a staging area, right? But we've talked about this before, because this is actually the Wolfman, it is the Gillman, and Frankenstein's monster from the Monsters Cafe at Universal Studios. Now at this point, we're thinking that this may be used as a team member, like restaurant in the back, like they might have it there for them. Something like that, because really when you think about it, the theming doesn't go with what they're showing now. So we'll have to wait and see, but It's pretty cool. So a few things in Celestial Park here. Here's an aerial photo of Luna and scaffolding at the front of Epic Universe. You can see that there. They haven't taken the scaffolding down. They still have a little bit of work to do before they finish that up. But we're getting so close. Every time we do these, we're getting closer. Here's an aerial photo of the statue of Helios in progress at the base of Helios Grand Hotel in Epic Universe. This looks awesome. I cannot wait to take a selfie with this guy. If I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to get close enough, but we're going to try it anyway. And now we're getting to Super Nintendo World, and this is what I saw that I really wanted to talk to you guys about. Look at this. We got Mario. We got Mario hanging out here in a fountain with coins. That is awesome. I love this image. It is so cool. This is amazing. I cannot wait for this. So from what they're doing here, they have, and the water isn't running yet apparently. And then of course they'll have the little fountain features around it, but this is a really cool area. Now, you know, where is this going exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked, because in the next photo we're going to show you right here. This is in the portal area. So you have the portal which you're walking through, the middle. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. And then over to the right is the fountain. So you can see that there. There's the portal in the middle, fountain over to the right between that and Pizza Moon. So, so I think this is actually coming out of the exit there. So it looks really good, actually. I think that's a really cool addition. This looks so good, man. So now going into Super Nintendo World, we have a few updates for you here. If you notice to the left of your screen and the bottom of your screen, there's two castles that are being finished. We have Bowser's Castle on your left, and then we have Peach's Castle at the bottom of the photo, bottom left of the photo here. So they're getting really close to doing that. If you notice over here on the left, it looks like Bowser's face is starting to come together in this photo. And also, if you look over to the right, you notice there's the word Kong over here on top of the little tiki hut thing. And that'll be once you walk through the Donkey Kong country. So that is pretty sweet. I cannot wait for this, but it's all coming together and it looks so good, man. It looks so solid. Here's the other side of it. This is actually showing you a little closer Bowser's face down here being constructed. You can actually see the top of the castle. I actually drove through Universal Boulevard the other day when we did that Your Vista Case Day, and I could see the top of the castle. I could see the horns at the top, which looks really good. I'm so freaking excited about this. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. And then here on the flip side of that, for the entrance of Super Nintendo World, is Peach's Castle. You can see here they're starting to add more to it, more of the turrets at the top. And one is painted, which we talked about that last time. One is painted, the rest are not. They're still adding all the pieces to that. And that in the middle there, that's where the little glass window is going to go. The iconic glass window with Peach on it. I can't wait for that. I mean, we're getting so close, just so close to this. It's going to be awesome when it's done. Also, we have our first Toad sighting. Aerial sighting of Captain Toad and Yoshi's Adventure. You can kind of see the little Yoshis there beside him as well. And that is pretty awesome looking there. So cool. With the this is towards the end of the attraction, so just letting you know that there. All right. Now, if you actually look here, you can see some more of the Yoshis going around here. They're actually covered up in the black tarps, probably just to prevent from weather, wear and tear and all that stuff, because I'm not sure where they sit at night, probably just in a staging area somewhere. Moving on to Donkey Kong Country here. Funky's Fly and Buy is starting to come together. You can actually see over to the right, there's a little bit of the portal there to the right, at the top where the little crane is at there. And that is coming together very nicely as well. So, I mean, They're just moving along, man. And when we saw in that last photo down at the bottom left, where you can see Kong on top of the little tiki hut, that's it right there. And here's the flip side of this, which looks really good. I mean, everything's just coming together. Palm trees being inserted in here and installed. The finishing touches on the Minecart Madness. Everything's just coming together and looks so freaking solid. Just looks awesome. It looks so good. All right, now we're talking about Frankenstein Manor. Again, we were just talking about this a minute ago. Remember that photo I showed you before? How much scaffolding was there? Well, they're starting to remove some of it, but not a ton of it. The platforms were reduced in preparation for Hurricane Milton, allowing views at the moment to preview the work in progress. So it's not completely because it's like they're finished with it. It had to do with Hurricane Milton, why they removed it. But I figured that this photo kind of gives you more of an idea of what everything's going to look like, and I think it looks pretty solid, pretty good here. And then here, you can see a little bit through that scaffolding. You can actually see the theming in progress at the Dark Tower. It looks great. I mean, I can't wait for this scaffolding to be done. I know they're working on it and they're trying their best to get it done, but I cannot wait for this scaffolding to be removed and so that we can actually get something here. Here's a little closer photo over the top there, just showing you a little bit of the scaffolding there and what's going on. Added roof peaks on the tower as well, all around there, and little construction workers down here at the bottom just chilling and hanging out here. But yeah, I mean, all of this just looks great. Here's a little further away photo just to show you that they're actually doing progress here and getting where they're, wanting to be. I think that looks really good. Now, if you look at this, let's go over here. We're going to have Curse of the Werewolf. Now, we talked about there being little tent areas. Well, the tent areas are starting to be installed here. This is likely to be a multi-layered tent. And this is the bottom layer, is what bio says. Milton deposited rainwater and tree debris. Okay, that's top. Yeah, that's just from Hurricane Milton at the top. But that is so cool. It's really cool to see that this tent stuff is being added because it's just one step closer. You can see the queue area to the left there where you're going to be standing. And then this is the actual tent area here. So, oh, there was a tree bent over there. See there? Yeah, is that from the hurricane? Probably so. Most likely that was from the hurricane. Yeah, and then you can see here too, here's some more structures going up here which will allow for more of the tent area there. So it'll actually continue to go over there. So that looks really good. And then we have some of the more of the photos that we just showed you. A little more progress here, but not a ton more here. So there's so much going on here in Epic Universe. Now here is a aerial overlook of the entire park just to give you an idea of what everything's looking like and how good it's looking, because it's looking amazing right now. Now you can see this celestial carousel to the left. You see to the right we have the Stardust Racers, Helios Grand in the back, Dark Universe to the top left, and then we have the Pendragon to the middle of the photo right there. There's that restaurant right there, and Curse of the Werewolf over to the left, and the manor over to the left as well. Then, flip side of that, we're talking about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter right here to the right, and then the actual Atlantic restaurant to the bottom right of the photo. You can see that there. And then we also have Super Nintendo World to the bottom left, just chilling, having a good time. I mean, I cannot wait, man. I'm so excited. Some updates here, just showing you some platforms that have been stacked in the pond for preparation to add to this area. They're going to continue to finish this off. I mean, like I said in the last 2 or 3 videos, when doing this, we don't know what it's going to look like once, what they've got going on inside. So that's pretty exciting to really think about. Hurricane Milton did cause these areas to flood, so it's kind of giving you a little bit of an idea of what it's going to kind of look like once it is done there. And then more pavement being added. This is to the Blue Dragon Pan Asian restaurant right out the front. So more pavement being done. Some stuff here. Here's Helios here at the bottom. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a selfie right there at that bridge. Yeah, man, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for that. That looks really good. And some details here. Pattern deck of the constellation carousel can be seen. So they're starting to put this all together right here at the bottom. If you look at the bottom of the photo, you can see the pattern on the deck. So this has been covered up. So we kind of see it now a little better. Not a whole lot better, but you can kind of see it. And look, we have the sign for Pizza Moon over on the top right of the photo. That is so cool. You guys know how much I've been talking about Pizza Moon. And it could end up just being crappy pizza. But I'm excited about that restaurant. I don't know why. It just gives me like a nostalgia feeling. I don't know why, but it just does. And that is cool that we're getting that. Some added details here. The entrance here to the Atlantic restaurants being done. And then overview of How to Train Your Dragon land over here as well, Isle of Berk. And everything's just coming together very smoothly. Just showing, I'm just brushing over these because there's not many updates in this area, but just showing you kind of what it looks like and how far it's coming. More theming being stacked. The fire grill, is it fire grill, I believe? Over to the left, that is being done, the little restaurant there. Some canopies added here over top of the training area, How to Train Your Dragon training area. Fire drill boats here. You can see them all staged here, and everything just sitting here ready to go. Getting keyed up, man. And I think we have one or two small Harry Potter things. Here's the butterbeer cart from the video that you saw, like the flyover video. Here it is right here. Looks really good. Looks amazing, actually. And then here is an aerial look at the turrets added to the Sacre Coeur. I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. And Harry Potter Epic Universe. Distant Paris landmarks of the skyline seen in the inside of this world. So it's like a forced perspective thing. It's trying to make it look like it's a lot bigger and further away than it actually is. And then a couple of things in here too. Some stuff being done. Rooftops are coming together and theming is being added to those as well. And like I said, Bio did like 250 photos last week. So this is just me catching up. So here's the current look at some of the theming inside of this area. This is the tall doorway seen by guests, but a sealed wall on the reverse. And you got the butterbeer sign up at the top there, which looks good, and all the theming coming together. Now, before we finish this video, we have to talk about the Chronos. We have to talk about the front of the park and how that is looking. Look at this. It just looks amazing. Everything coming together here. Now, I did see a photo from our friend Annie that showed that the Chronos actually spins. That's pretty cool. Which we had been talking about that anyway, but it actually spins. And so they're staging for pavement to go here, and this is when you walk inside the park. Now, on the reverse flip side of that, you can see here, there's pavement outside of the park before you start to walk in. And this looks amazing. And I think this is a good area to end this right here and to talk about this, because this just looks so good. They're continuing to finish everything that they've got here with this. But overall, at the end of the day, really, honestly, at the end of the day, we are getting so close. It is October. And I think within the next couple of months, we are going to get a release date or an opening date for Epic Universe. I would hope so. We have Grinchmas coming up, the end of Halloween Horror Nights in November. So 2 things in November coming up. December could be a good time for them to announce the opening date, or they could wait until January. I mean, it's very possible, but we're getting so close. And we do know that the Stella Nova Resort actually opens in January 22nd. And I don't think, I know for a fact it's not going to be done before January 22nd. But It's going to be interesting. These next 3 months are going to fly by, but there's going to be so many things that happen in this next 3 months with this construction. There's going to be so many things that get layered and done very quickly. You know, I just was watching the Imagineering story on Disney Channel, or Disney Channel, Disney Plus, and it was actually talking about how, you know, they were finishing Magic Kingdom, and they literally had a helicopter flying over Magic Kingdom the day that it opened, trying to get the cement to actually dry before people got into the park. So is it going to be one of those situations? I hope not, but because I think there's going to be pass holder previews and team member previews and stuff like that. So we will see. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm glad we're back at these videos. Things are starting to calm down for me a little bit so we can get back to doing these. And next week or the week after, I haven't decided yet, we're going to do Epic Universe Week. Now, I know we had all these videos planned where we were going to do deep dives in each section. I had a wedding, had a hurricane, 2 hurricanes, and everything going on. So within the next couple of weeks, we will do Epic Universe Week, where we will dedicate a full week to just Epic Universe content. And I can't wait for that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button and the notification bell so you know when our next video is coming out. And remember, the road goes ever on. I will see you next time.